Hey folks, I'm Grant,
I'm Brian.
and we're the smartest kids in the room.
We are.
We're doing a review. We're doing a review for Power Rangers, Brian.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I was caught off track right there for a second. But we're doing a review for Power Rangers. If I didn't clarify, the new one that just came out. What do you think, Brian?
I kind of liked it.
Did you? Okay.
There were
All right,
many,
serious.
but
I gotta say, dude, I was pretty excited to see this movie.
Oh yeah, me too.
I went to go see it. I should have lowered my expectations a tad. It's not offensively bad. Let me just go ahead and say that off the bat. But it's not a good movie.
I mean, for Power Rangers fans, it's fine.
Here's the
But,
thing. This is the main thing I took away from this movie. There are two movies in this movie. There's one that's a Power Rangers movie, and then there's one that's like a Breakfast Club remake.
Yeah.
And I was digging the Breakfast Club remake aspect a little more. It felt like that was the story the director was trying to tell more than the actual Power Rangers story. Was the story of the kids.
I did like the story to it.
It was. I mean, the story as far as the story for the movie goes. I mean, it was kind of generic, but
but it was still good though.
I think
I liked it.
I think what carried the movie was the kids. And I think they were actual They are actual teenagers.
Yeah.
I would have to fact check it. But those characters were well written. I felt they were likable. All of them were for the most part.
Oh yeah.
They all had a chance to shine. I thought. I liked the Red Ranger a lot more than I thought I would.
Zac Efron, fake Zac Efron.
Fake Zac Efron. But he was I liked that character though because he was. I like the. It's almost like the Captain America effect where it's a guy who can look cool. He can look cool doing the right thing, and
Yeah.
I dig that in any. If you can pull that off, I'm all for it. But yeah, and we should probably be clear. We're trying to do a quick review because we both got things to do.
Oh yeah.
So this is almost like a micro mini review for Power Rangers. Just giving our basic thoughts. I probably should have led with that. Jesus Christ.
There's still gonna be spoilers and everything.
Spoilers.
Because there's like stuff I want to bring up, which was kind of
yeah.
weird and hilarious.
But I mean, as far as the story goes, I mean, it's just it's an origin story. I mean, the first half of the movie is them learning about their powers. The second half,
basically, it's like a weird 1970s Superman kind of thing. But
what do you mean? What
with like the with the origins and like a little less action, but we didn't get the action till the end.
I agree with that, and he also didn't suit up for a while.
Because
the Power Rangers, if you're waiting for them to suit up during this movie,
it's going to take a
wait. Because they don't suit up until like the final act of the film.
Good news is it's like an hour and something. I think
it's not. It's
not.
It's not a long movie. It's not that long. And but what do you think about the suits? I guess because I'm not gonna get into the story, dude. There's not too much story to go over. I mean, I'm more interested in what you thought of like the suits and like
the suits were fine. The only problem I had is toward the end they just had their faces up the whole time. Totally. Yeah, that's like the only issue I kind of had.
It's the Iron Man thing of we got to show their faces so they know there's someone under.
But honestly, the suits are fine.
Yeah,
I like them, and
I think they have enough of the old, what's old, and just enough of like modernization to make it look pretty cool. But what do you think of Bryan Cranston as Zordon?
He was cool. Again,
Bryan Cranston is good and everything. But I don't think I don't think there was one line in this movie that he spoke that sounded like he was a wise, intelligent alien that lived many years ago. I don't know. I didn't like his dialogue. His dialogue took me out of the movie. Quite frankly, it was pretty cheap. There's definitely a lot of moments in this movie, dialogue wise, where I'm just like, fuck, like this can't be like third draft stuff. This has to be like first draft stuff. Like how could this have gone through multiple drafts? But again, I mean, it's probably the thing about they might have rushed a little bit. This movie, it seems kind of rushed a little bit.
Yeah, especially toward like the ending. Like I'll admit the first and middle part were like, okay, we're getting like story. The action was kind of weird, and then the ending was like super weird because, spoilers, they defeat Rita and she's like flying into space. But when she was flying up to space, I don't know what the fuck happened with the CGI there.
That was a weird moment. I do know what you're talking about.
I was like, Jesus, what the fuck?
Moment. Speaking of Rita, though, what do you think of Elizabeth Banks as Rita Repulsa?
I mean,
it's not your. And again, I'm not a big Power Rangers guy, but it's not your typical Rita Repulsa. If I'm not mistaken.
She's a good dark version of her. It was an interesting take on her. I'm not saying she's like the best villain in the world, but
she was hamming it up. I will say that.
Oh yeah,
she was cheesing it up a little bit. She's fine. Again, I mean, it's just what they had. With what they had, they made it the best they could. So I mean, that's that. I mean, I guess that's if you're talking supporting characters, that's the best way I could sum it up.
But
in the action, what do you think about the action? You did say it was pretty few and far between.
Yeah, the action. Again, it was like fine for like a Power Rangers movie. Like, I thought it should have been like a little more kind of realistic, because like in the old '90s films, they're just like having a blast with pretending to be real Power Rangers.
Another thing that really bugged me about this movie was it takes itself very, very seriously. Like, so serious. Like, there were some moments when I was like, I'm not watching a Power Rangers movie, am I? There's no fucking way this is a Power Rangers movie. Because and I mean, sometimes it works, but like with something like this, dude, like, it takes itself so seriously, bro. Like, but then there's moments of like cartoon and camp and stuff where I'm just like, that goes back to my argument of there's two movies in this one movie.
Yeah.
And they can't really coexist in the same movie and have it work as well as it could have. But again, I mean, this isn't like a terrible movie. I just couldn't say it crosses the line into good.
They played the theme though.
I
was really happy.
That part
I kind of jammed out to it.
That's the part I go back to when I'm just like, okay, they did have the moment with fucking Dunkin' Donuts or whatever, Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme, not Dunkin'.
That fucking Jesus, that took me right out of the movie. Product placement always takes me out of the movie.
Oh yeah, is Krispy Kreme's a real place?
Yeah, fuck yeah, man.
That's a place.
There's just not a lot over here in Texas. But
I've never heard of this place till Power. Well, I think I heard of it somewhere. But it was just a weird. Like there were like cool moments where Trinity and Kimberly were like having like lunch together and they're doing the chopstick things. That was kind of cool.
I thought they were flirting at first because
hey man,
because one of those girls I was trying to figure out because I know one of them is a
it's Trinity
homosexual. I will say I think that's the politically correct term, or lesbian. But one of them, I knew one of them was, but I couldn't tell who, because they both kind of seemed like they were flirting with each other for a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I like how they fit that into the story, and they didn't linger on it like the whole time. She's not like, oh, I want to eat pussy, but like she does mention that she like it's something her parents don't agree with and stuff, and but I mean it's very much in the background, and I think they handled it very well. There's also the Blue Ranger, which let me look up his name real fast. He's autistic, right, in the film.
Is it?
He is.
Oh yeah, he is.
He is Billy Cranston. That's the character's name. I thought the guy that plays him, just to give him credit, is R.J. Cyler or Kyler. He did good. But I like the aspect of the autistic kid, if you will.
I think like one of the best moments is when they killed him, and
Okay, let me stop you there, because I went to go see this movie with my bros, because Brian was fucked off somewhere, and
probably seen this movie.
Probably, and they could not stop laughing when that kid died.
Okay, so when that kid died, they revived him, right? So instead of giving him CPR or mouth to mouth, there's just like, fuck it, he's dead.
Yep.
He's dead.
Exactly.
He is dead. And not only that, we got like a really cool scene of them carrying him with Stand By Me in the background, and I was like, we didn't even need this.
That's the part where I started laughing, because I was like, okay, this is just way too fucking much.
And then like Zordon was like, oh, I used my powers on someone else, and then it was like the Blue Ranger. I'm like, you didn't have to. This was like too time consuming.
Can I hear your Zordon again?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be a Power Ranger.
What the fuck?
Say my name.
I didn't know Ben Affleck was playing Zordon. Is that
Martha?
Ben Affleck?
Why'd you say that name?
Why did you say that name?
Why'd you say Rita?
But yeah.
Rita will die tonight.
No Ritas will die.
But in a weird thing, we didn't need it either. I thought that cool camera scene with him driving was cool. With the camera spinning around.
Oh, totally.
I'm like, okay, that's a cool scene.
There are some. I like the direction in this film actually. Like there are moments where I'm just like, all right, this guy he knows he has an eye, and it's the same guy, Dean Israelite. He directed. He either directed Earth to Echo or Project Almanac. I always get these two directors mixed up.
I like when directors do that and just start messing around. I'm like, oh, look what we
Project
can do.
Almanac. That's what he directed, which I did not see.
Me neither.
But yeah, I dug it, man.
Again, it was fine. Burritos.
2.5. I can't give it a full 3, man, with confidence, but it's not. If you're thinking this movie's gonna be great, lower your fucking expectations.
Yeah.
And if you think this movie's gonna be shitty, then just go watch it, dude. Anyway,
it's like a great weird guilty pleasure. Like it could work for like a bad movie Tuesday. Or
I think it made some loot though, man.
It did. It made some. It was number 2 on the box office last week.
Oh, that's right. It didn't.
But it didn't hit the budget yet
because of. It says according to Wikipedia, $100 million was the budget.
Yep.
It made $70 million already worldwide.
All right, so it's gonna hit it, or I hope it hits it.
No, totally. I mean, it's only been out for less than a week. I mean, it's definitely gonna hit the budget. But
I do want to see a sequel though, but I'm gonna give it a 2.5.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. I wouldn't say this is a full. This definitely isn't a 3 in my book, but it's not quite a 2. So 2.5 is fair to me. But yeah, I think that's our cue to go ahead and close up this review, Brian.
Indeed.
I've been Grant.
I've been Brian.
We have been the smartest kids in the room. This has been our review for Power Rangers 2017. Go check it out if you want, or don't. I mean, it's not,
I mean, go see it in theaters to give them money to make a sequel.
Yeah, I mean,
or you can just. It's like honestly, you can wait for it to come out on DVD.
Yeah, because it falls into that spot of it's not like so bad that like it's not like Resident Evil Final Chapter bad.
Oh Jesus!
But then like with like the Marvel movies, dude, and now like the X-Men movies, and I guess you could even consider the DC movies. Like, how do Power Rangers really stand up to those? I
think it's crazy. They have 5 movies planned for this.
Really?
And they have 5 of them planned, and I'm like, do I want to see 5 of them? I do.
No.
I do want to see 2.
No, unless they're all just that kid dying, then I'm fucking no.
Stand by me.
I will watch 10 hours of that.
Oh, I'll admit the soundtrack was pretty dope.
It was good. It was fun.
I jammed out to it.
That power when they played the Power Rangers thing.
Oh,
my eyes widened in the movie. I was like, okay, that's pretty fucking genius.
I was just like, bow down. Oh, and at the end there were cameos. When like they finished fighting, they had the old original.
Oh, I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that.
I didn't catch it either, but it was on YouTube. So
well, when I'm watching it on TNT in a couple of years, I will look.
TNT.
All right, so that's us. Go get smart, and goodbye.